Hi there, Sharon Casagalia here, your menopause expert for the girls 40 plus. I'm always so happy to join you lovely ladies every week to chat about perimenopause and all things menopause. So I thought this week I would chat with you about some of the clients that I have been getting coming into my Embrace Perimenopause and Menopause Journey program. And it has been an interesting week because I've had a lot of women who are in either menopause, the thick of it, or post-menopause, and have been trying a lot of these supplements and these very well-known products, which are great and do have their benefits at times, but we do know that they can often have a lot of side effects for women as well. One of the issues is some of the herbs that are used in some of these powders that are meant to help with menopausal symptoms specifically. We know that they can create overdrive and overstimulation of some of the hormones, and in particular can create a very wired system or symptom. So women will start to feel that since taking the supplements, they may have had a great experience with it to begin with, but will suddenly start to feel like they're experiencing a lot of insomnia, overdrive, anxiety, stress, palpitations, weight issues. More weight may accumulate around the waist measurement. They may find that they're less tolerant or they're getting irritable as well. So we know that some herbs and supplements are not always going to help everybody. So we have to be very mindful of what we're choosing when it comes to our own special journey. And we're all each on our own journey when we're navigating this time in the lifespan. So I have explained that a couple of times in a couple of videos that I've done for you, that we just really need to get granular about where we are at in our own personal health journey. So a lot of these well-known supplements, powders, range of very highly marketed products are not always going to benefit you or the next person. We're all different. And sometimes they can have dire consequences, and they can make your actual symptoms worse, as I've been saying. So one of the clients that I've had this week is a classic example of that. She's been taking one of the very well-known products, I'm not going to mention on here, for a few years now. And she has had some issues with her blood test results in the past, in particular some of her red blood cells and her ESR levels, which is a level of inflammation that she's been experiencing and an autoimmune disease. So she started off with an autoimmune disease, which went into her perimenopause and menopause transition at that time. Unfortunately, when she wanted to get some help with some symptoms that she was generally experiencing in the menopausal time, or perimenopause at that stage, she looked at this very well-known product for relief of these symptoms. And when she went into looking at this product, she was given about maybe a 15-minute free consultation where they would take down all of her details and go through a bit of her medical history. In looking at her medical history, what they didn't do is really look into her blood test results properly. And as a result, they have a very stock standard product. So each of their product is a signature product that they sell, and it has specific ingredients in them. And these specific ingredients may be okay for some people, but others who may be in an autoimmune situation or have any other blood-related issues, so immune dysfunction overall, inflammation overall, or they could have some thyroid issues, are not going to comply as well with the ingredients, the botanicals or other supplements that are in them that are the stock standard of this product. So they're not going to actually feel the benefits of them. They can aggravate their symptoms. This is a real concern because they will often, the person taking the product will often feel that it's not the product and it's them and it's the other things they're doing, or it may be just not working for them because they're failing. And this failure at this time of the lifespan is quite common. Women will tend to put a lot of the issues that they're having with symptoms as being their fault. And often it's not, because they're really investing a lot of time and money into these products. I mean, I know these subscriptions to these products is not cheap. And in today's climate, it can be really difficult to maintain that. Not to say that, other supplements and nutraceuticals and food even, we know food's even expensive, isn't expensive. We know that, it is quite costly. But some of them we don't have to have. And we can have quite an elegant herbal or supplement regime. We don't have to have such a vast regime. When I looked at all the products she was on, this particular company, she was on about 4 of these products. And there were at least 3 of them that weren't serving her at all. So I actually told her, in fact, that some of the ingredients in them were aggravating her autoimmunity and thyroid issues. Now, as you may know, thyroidism and perimenopause overlap. And in functional medicine, we see that as some of the root cause areas that we treat when we're looking at them to try to distinguish the two. So unfortunately, when she had her consultation with this particular a naturopath or whoever they were, I believe they would be a naturopath for this company, is that they didn't take into consideration her autoimmune issue. And therefore, she was really misled down this pathway of thinking that what she was using was actually helping her. When in fact, when I had a good look at her bloods and I had a good look at her history, I could see that there was quite an elevation of her symptoms and her bloods. And it seemed to correlate with her taking the supplement. And what happened is the actual autoimmune condition that she'd been diagnosed with got worse. And as a result, exacerbated her other issues and predisposed her to other health problems. So when looking at, and I see this quite a lot in the group where ladies are asking about, can this supplement help with my hot flushes? Can it help with my tiredness and fatigue? Can it help with this? Can it help with that? The bottom line is there isn't a one size fits all with these products, and you have to be really, really careful about the ingredients that are in them. Are they beneficial for you? Are they going to suit you? Medically, where are you? Where is your body at? Have you got a pre-existing condition that could exacerbate it? Some of the ingredients and some of the herbs that are in them can actually overdrive particular symptoms and situations where people are already finding it very hard to manage their condition. And without realizing it, it makes that worse. So it's very, very important to be careful about what you're doing and what you're taking. Seeing a practitioner to help you would be the best place to start. And that is making sure that you're getting all of your bloods checked, that you're also being held and listened to at this stage. It's a very important part of your journey. And that's why when I work with women, I make sure I look at the whole equation and the whole system and not in different parts. So I have a $99 discovery session if you would like to jump on. It's an hour where I take a deep dive into what's going on for you. So is HRT or MHT going to be beneficial for you? What supplements are going to help you? What nutraceuticals and vitamins and minerals do you actually need? What do you need in terms of your foods? How can we replete you? Are you depleted? Are you nutrient deficient? Are you absorbing properly? Is your gut working properly? Is your liver working properly? So take a deep dive before functional medicine. This is a good stepping stone if you're thinking about functional medicine to pop on an hour, $99, and I go through all of that. But I am here as an educational portal for you. So I'm happy to answer any questions at any time. I'm happy to work with you. Please bring your questions forth. Every Tuesday at 10:30, I have a live where I answer all of your menopause questions. So I'm happy to meet you there if you have any questions. It is quite a complex and complicated area, and there's no reason we should be going through this by ourselves. It's not really fair, I find. The industry is using us very much in their marketing strategies and not thinking about what we really need and what we can benefit from. So I look forward to hearing from you if you have any questions, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks so much. And remember, every Tuesday, 10:30, I run a live. Is menopause wreaking havoc on your health? And I hope it's not.